Hi, this is Chris Matten from PwC reporting from Risk Minds in Amsterdam, December 2015. And today I'm joined by Olaf Badstübner from Atos. So Olaf, you were speaking at the conference yesterday, I think, about regulatory reporting.
Yeah, it's true.
What were the key things that you were talking about there?
Yeah, so the key message from my point of view was to say that regulatory reporting is a complex thing. So at the moment, banks are facing changing data sources internally. They're facing as well the regulatory requirements coming from the regulators in different jurisdictions. So it means we have moving sources, moving targets, and a complex organization in between for a global acting bank. So, how to make it more simple to a bank is to consider regulatory reporting in a way of a stringent data management process from the source to the end. So that's one of the key messages. So, and it's possible to simplify that complex piece.
Possible but difficult, right?
Yeah, it's difficult.
Because most banks, their data is difficult to reconcile. A lot of their data coming from different sources.
Yeah, so and what also is difficult at the moment to banks is to come up with on-demand reports. It's also difficult to backtrace the aggregated and submitted data to the sources. Yeah. So, and if an auditor is coming 3 years after and looking after these figures and saying where
did this number come from?
Exactly. That's difficult, and that's what we are helping the banks.
Okay, excellent. Now, something else that's been talked about quite a lot at the conference, I know that you're very interested in, is the whole topic of financial crime, anti-money laundering and so on. What's your take on that, and what are the challenges?
Yeah, exactly. So we see a lot of challenges in that field, financial crime. So on the one hand, we have directives like the new money laundering directive number 4 in Europe. But this is just coming from the regulator. We see a lot of attacks in that field, so that people try to bypass the regulations and also to come up with digital fraud to attack the bank. So, and for that reason, we believe exactly for the not just for the tier 1 banks, but it's a massive investment for the tier 2, tier 3 banks. So, and they need different approaches in the future. And I think there is no differentiator to a bank to have it really inside the bank. So any money laundering or checking against politically exposed persons lists or sanctions lists. So this is not a differentiator to a bank.
So you're providing a managed service effectively where they can outsource that to you.
Exactly. You can provide it as a service. You can take it as a service from a technology stack, but also from a business process. So we believe that tier 2, tier 3 banks can be more efficient and cost effective in that way.
No, which is a very good point, because they can't afford the big compliance programs that the big banks have. Yeah. And also, if you think about it, if you were a criminal and you wanted to try and get around anti-money laundering laws, the chances are you'd go for one of the smaller players, because you'd go, chances are the controls aren't as good as if I was putting my money through a tier 1 bank.
That's a good point, Chris. So, but also coming to the digital fraud, so all the banks are going more and more into the direction to digitalize their way, their business. Yep. So that means the customer is connected to the bank in a digital way, so by a digital channel. So, and if a bank just is ring fencing them and bringing the security inside the bank, so this is not sufficient enough anymore. So they have to look outside to watch what's going on. For example, if somebody is hijacking or taking a screenshot of the bank's webpage and putting it into another context, so then it's a fraudulent webpage. So or sending spoofed emails on behalf of the banks. This is nothing what is targeting the systems of the bank directly. Right. So
they're targeting the customers very often.
But it targets the customer exactly, and that means that the customer is losing trust in the digital channel if he feels not comfortable.
Right.
So and then the investments in digitalization are useless.
So what's the solution?
Yeah, solutions is monitoring the environment, also on the outside. So what's going on? So takedown service for fraudulent web pages. So spoofed emails, fraudulent apps. So protecting also safe browsing is also another keyword. Yeah. So to have the customer protected in an early stage of an upcoming fraud.
Right.
Because fraud today and we are also payment service providers, so for that reason we know what it means to keep fraud on the transactional level away. But on a transaction level means that somebody has stolen already maybe your credit card number and
haven't yet used the credit card.
Exactly, is trying to execute a transaction. So we can protect on that level, but there are 2 or 3 steps in advance, to come to that information. So that needs to be stopped in an early stage.
Okay, excellent. Olaf, thank you very much indeed. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.